Hi guys, this is Jagdpanther 1944. This is only a test run. I just want to hear any suggestion from you guys. So that's about it. Hope you guys have enough patience to enjoy this bullshit, I guess. So let's start. Top 5 misconceptions of World War II. Let's start. Let's go to number 5. Number 5. Every Tiger 1 and Tiger 2 could absorb 200 shots and stay operational. On the left side, you can see that it's a Tiger from the first SS Leibstandarte Tiger Company. On the right hand side, we can see a King Tiger with a lot of hits on its frontal armor from the 503rd Tiger Battalion. Talking about the protection of Tiger 1, Tiger 231 of Lieutenant Zabel. If I butchered that name, I'm sorry. Tiger 231 is the most mentioned name the name on this world when talking about the production of Tiger 1. Let's talk about a little bit of history of Tiger 231. Tiger 231 was hit 252 times, 227 times by PTRS 41 AT rifle, that is a Russian anti-tank rifle, 14 times by 57mm anti-tank gun, and 11 times by 76mm anti-tank gun. In spite of severe damage, Tiger 231 under the command of Lieutenant Zabel was able to drive another 60 kilometers to the rear. 252 times. That's a question. Yes, Tiger 231 was indeed hit by the Russian AT rifles for 227 times, but the caliber of the Russian PTRS AT rifle is a mere 14.5mm. That is only a bit larger than the American 50 cal. That is 12.7mm. For the Tiger 1, 14.5mm is a piece of cake, really. Many mindless weavers immediately concluded that all 252 hits were done by the Russian 76 and 57mm. Tiger 231 was eventually returned to Germany because of substantial damage and probably never returned to combat. This is confirmed by Wolfgang Schneider. Schneider said it was returned to Germany, but he didn't confirm whether it actually returned to combat or not. Let's talk about the protection of King Tiger, one of the most formidable opponents for the Allied tankers. In the book Combat History of Schwerpanzerabteilung 503, Battalion Commander Form, if I butchered that name, I'm sorry, my German subscribers. He stated in this late November after action report, the Tiger II proved itself extremely well, both in its armor and from a mechanical perspective. Vehicles which received up to 20 hits without becoming disabled were not uncommon. Alpha Rebel stated in one engagement, January 25th, 1945, his King Tiger possibly received 100 hits from the Russian anti-tank guns and had to let other King Tigers to recover his immobilized tank. His driver was wounded, but all three people in the turret were fine. And coming in at number 4, we have the astonishing combat effectiveness of Messerschmitt 262, otherwise known as the world's first operational jet fighter. Let's talk about some statistics behind the 262. I mean the kills and the losses. In the book Warplanes of the Third Reich, author William Green stated 542 kill claims were made by the 262 pilots between July 1944 all the way to May 1945. We do know about 100 Messerschmitt 262s were lost in aerial combat. That would bring us a kill ratio of 1 Messerschmitt 262 to 5.4 Allied aircrafts. Excellent, right? Actually not. How This is a question that has been posed by many historians. How many kill claims are actually true? The answer is the answer is actually very disappointing for those Messerschmitt 262 lovers. In the book German Jets in Combat, Jeffrey Ethel and Dr. Price stated no more than 150 Allied aircrafts were shot down by the 262. After examining the British and US losses records, in total 150 Allied aircrafts compared to 100 Messerschmitt 262s that were lost in the skies, we got a kill ratio of 1 Messerschmitt 262 to 1.5 Allied aircrafts. Let's give it a 1 to 2. Alright? That's kind of ouch. Ouch. How did this happen? So I'm gonna talk about it in just a second. I can give you 2 examples straight away. On March 21st, 1945, JG-7, the world's first jet fighter unit, claimed 13 B-17s shot down. U.S. Air Force records show only 6 B-17s and 6 B-17s were lost. Another example is actually Kurt Welter, probably the most successful Me-262 ace. He had 28 kills in the Me-262. He claimed 3 de Havilland Mosquitoes on the night of February 21st, 1945. RAF records show no mosquitoes were lost on that night. No mosquitoes. So he claimed 3 de Havilland Mosquitoes, but he got none. You can say that. The reason why, my personal opinion on that is actually the lack of experienced pilots, the lack of spare parts, and the lack of fuel hampered the performance of Me-262, but that doesn't exclude the Me-262 from overclaiming. Coming at number 3, we have this misconception, that is the transportation of Tiger 1 and 2. Many people, the creators of this misconception, think it was very difficult. It was actually extremely difficult to transfer a Tiger unit from this sector of the front to the other sector of the front. Basically, the Germans had to change the combat tracks on the Tiger to transport tracks, and then to transport tracks for railroading, and then when the Tigers were off, the Germans change it back. The Germans would change it back to combat tracks. Yeah, the creators of this misconception think that it was extremely difficult to transfer a Tiger unit. Well, the only thing I can say about that is that they are absolute genius. I can give you 3 pictures. First one, 2 Tiger 1s with combat tracks on the railroad car. Second one, 2 Tiger 1s with combat tracks on the Tiger 1. Third one, this is a pretty shitty photograph, but you can still see that the King Tiger had its combat tracks on the railroad car. Coming at number 2, Lend-Lease Act didn't really help the Red Army. I don't know who created this, but I think it's gotta be some Russian patriots. As you can see in the picture, several Red Army soldiers sitting or standing on top of the American M4A2 Sherman. I'm going to focus some of the tanks and fighters only. This is not all of them. Russian patriots. I guess Russian patriots created this misconception. The United States of America delivered 4,100 Shermans, 1,380 M3 Lees and 1,670 M3 Stuarts to the Soviet Union, 4,700 P-39 Air Cobras, 2,400 P-63 King Cobras, and 2,400 P-40 Kitty Hawks. During World War II, Britain also delivered 3,780 Valentines, 910 Matildas, and 250 Churchills, the fat-ass Churchill, and plus 2,950 Hawker Hunters and 1,330 Spitfires. And that we have a total of 12,000 tanks and 13,000 fighters. That may not attention. This is only some of them. This is not the total. I have already said I'm going to focus on some of the tanks and fighters only. Did it really help though? The answer is indeed yes. I hate to say that, but it is. The Lend-Lease Act indeed helped the Soviet Union to win the war. In the Red Army, in early 1945, 1st Guards Mechanized Corps and 9th Guards Mechanized Corps were almost fully equipped with M4A2 Shermans. Another mechanized corps also depended on M4A2, but unfortunately I forgot its name. In the book, The Combat History of Panzerabteilung 503, Tiger veteran Alfred Ruba confirmed that the U.S. also supplied food to the Red Army tankers. Basically, I think he found a U.S. beef can, a large U.S. beef can in the T-34. For thousands of times, or maybe even more than that, the U.S. and British Lend-Lease trucks were used by the Red Army to supply or resupply its armored troops with fuel and ammunition. Coming in at number 1, this is the biggest misconception of the entire World War II. Mass production of Panther would bring victory for Germany. So I'm just going to run down some statistics about the Panther and the production. Based on those Pantherboos, also keyboard warriors. First step, mass production of cheap Panther and Jagdpanther. Second step, halt the production of Tiger and Panzer IV. Third step, victory would be certain for Germany. Again, keyboard warriors, so do not take them seriously. And then I don't know how did this become the biggest misconception of all time. I don't know. I've never taken it seriously, but today I'm going to talk about it. So let's start with the production. Mass production of Panther and Jagdpanther. After Kursk, August 1943, the full-scale production kind of began for the Panther A series, that is the second Panther in the entire Panther family. Panther A. In total, 3,777 Panthers and around 200 Jagdpanthers were produced in 1944. In the year 1944, that's an average of 330 Panthers and Jagdpanthers per month for the year 1944. All sources came from Jentz. So if you want me to name the sources, you can. These are from Jentz, not from other people. Second, halt the production of Panther, Tiger, and Panzer IV. Heinz Guderian concluded that the primary mission of heavy tank was to eliminate any enemy armored counterattacks against German breakthrough attempts. Guderian understood the value of the Tiger as a force multiplier factor either in the offense or in the defense. Guderian strongly opposed a complete stop for the production of Panzer IV. Some Pantherboos even blame him for the defeat of Nazi Germany. I don't know what they're thinking. They have bugs in their mind. So some actual words from the veterans. Major General Franz Bäke, one of Germany's most famous panzer troop commander. He stated the Tiger was the best and particularly effective in fighting Soviet armor. He said this after the relief operation of Cherkasy Pocket in February 1944. Bäke was the commander of Heavy Panzer Regiment Bäke, which was consisted of 34 Tigers and 46 Panthers. Bäke was also commanding a Panther during the Cherkasy Pocket, so he actually stated that the Tiger was the best. It was somewhat surprising to me, actually. Yeah, and this is the actual picture of Major General Franz Bäke. At that time, in February 1944, he was a major. Cheap, and this is a big topic. Let's just run it down. Each Panther costed about 120,000 Reichsmarks. 6,000 Panthers were ever produced in World War II, so the total cost would be 720 million Reichsmarks. Each Tiger 1 and Tiger costed about 350,000 Reichsmarks. 1,350 Tiger 1s and 490 Tiger 2s were ever produced. Then the total cost would be 644 million Reichsmarks. And going down to the next, and yes, 6 millions compared to the 7 million. That's actually expensive or something. Yeah, cheap. Coming down next, what if Thomas Jentz and Hilary Doyle estimated that the severe bombing rates caused a loss in production of about 657 Tiger 2s, 1,350 Tiger 1s, plus 490 Tiger 2s, plus 657 Tiger 2s is equal to 2,499 Tiger 1 and Tiger 2s. Again, each Tiger 1 and 2 costed about 350,000 Reichsmarks. In total, it would be 874 million Reichsmarks. 874 million Reichsmarks minus the total cost from those 6,000 Panthers, we got 154 million Reichsmarks, the price of 1,289 Panthers. For so many years, I have heard so many Pantherboos stated the money needed to produce 500 Tiger 1 or King Tiger was more than enough to produce 3,000 Panthers. An additional 657 Tiger 2s were only equal to another 1,289 Panthers? Remember, the bombing raids also caused some major losses in the production of Panther. Quick reminder. Even in 1945, the final 5 months of World War II, German industries still managed to produce around 500 Panthers. Without the Allied bombings, 7,000 to 8,000 Panthers were easy task for the German industries. That is, of course, without the Allied bombings. However, every time when I ask the Panther lovers about this, did Germany have enough men to operate these Panthers? Many of them immediately avoided this question and just went to something else. So, this is a bonus. There is also a myth about the Panther. Panther saved fuel. Again, this is save fuel. The fuel capacity of a Panther A, D, A, and G version, 720 liters for 200 kilometers road range. The fuel capacity for a Tiger 1, 550 liters for 195 kilometers road range. Yeah. 550 minus 720. Negative 170 liters. Yes, Panther indeed saved a lot of fuel. Tiger 2 also has 170 kilometers for road range with 860 liters of fuel. Yeah, at the end, it is bullshit. Yeah. Alright. Thanks for watching and hope you have a great day. I hope you guys have made it this far because this is to hear ranting about some bullshit, if you like to say that. Alright, thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.